The Black Phone 2 is Blumhouse's biggest opening of the year. Thanks for tuning in to this weekend's box office winners. Now before we dive in, make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss which movies are killing it at the box office. Now let's get into the numbers. To start off, we have the big movie of the weekend, The Black Phone 2, which debuted to $26.5 million domestically, plus another $15.5 million internationally for a $42 million global debut. Now, like I said, this is Blumhouse's biggest opening of the year to date, meaning that it's been a lackluster year for Blumhouse otherwise. So The Black Phone 2 is the biggest debut for Blumhouse so far, with the $26.5 million debut, followed by Wolfman's weak debut of $10.9 million, and Megan 2.0's disastrous $10.2 million opening. One thing to note though is that this movie will not keep the record for the biggest Blumhouse opening of the year, as Five Nights at Freddy's 2 will take that record away in December. What's great is that this sequel had a $30 million budget, so it will definitely break even and turn a profit next weekend. Plus, the film received a B cinema score, which albeit is not as great as the first film's B+ cinema score, which may be due to the sequel diving deeper into the supernatural realm instead of the more realistic approach of the first film. But walk-ups were great over the weekend, and a B cinema score is still excellent for horror. And the film received a 63% definite recommend score on PulseTrack, which is great and higher than the first film's score. Now let's talk demos for who showed up. Men made up 53% of the ticket buyers, and the 18 to 34 age group was at 63%. While the diversity demos were as follows: an excellent 39% of moviegoers were Latino/Hispanic, 35% Caucasian, 15% Black, and 5% Asian American. Now let's take a look at the rest of the top 10. In second place was Tron Ares, which fell a hard 67% in weekend number 2 and made only $11.1 million. The film has made $54 million domestically and $102 million globally. And Disney must be sweating as they've had a tough year outside of their only hit, Lilo and Stitch. However, Disney might have saved its biggest heavy hitters until the end of the year, with both Zootopia 2 and Avatar 3 coming this holiday season. And they're both likely to be $1 billion films, which means that Disney will get the last laugh as always. At number 3 was Lionsgate's new flop With Good Fortune starring Keanu Reeves, which debuted to $6.2 million. The film did receive a great B+ cinema score and a 59% definite recommend score on PulseTrack, but like I mentioned, nobody is going. At number 4 was One Battle After Another, which made another $4 million in weekend number 4, dropping a healthy 41%. Domestically, it's made $61 million, and globally, it's at $162 million. Now, as mentioned, the film does have a hefty budget, but let's hope the film holds strong for this award season as it's a frontrunner to win Best Picture. At number 5 was Roofman, making another $3.7 million in weekend number 2 and dropping an okay 55%. The film has made $15.5 million domestically and $16.1 million globally, meaning that the film will likely break even and turn a profit once it's on digital. At number 6 was a new film, Truth and Treason from Angel Studios, which debuted to $2.7 million. While at number 7 was Gabby's Dollhouse, which made another $1.7 million in weekend number 4, dropping 52% from last weekend. The film has made $29 million in the States and $58 million globally. At number 8 was The Conjuring Last Rites, making another $1.5 million and dropping an okay 50% from last weekend, likely due to the arrival of a new horror film, The Black Phone 2. It's now at $175 million domestically and $482 million worldwide, putting it on the path to $500 million. At number 9 was newcomer After the Hunt from Amazon MGM, which debuted to $1.5 million. And rounding out the top 10 was Soul on Fire, making another $1.3 million in weekend number 2, dropping 54% from last weekend. And that wraps up this weekend's box office winners, with The Black Phone 2 ringing up some new horror for this Halloween season. Anyways, let me know in the comments what movie, if any, did you see in theaters this weekend? And don't forget to like and subscribe, and tune in next weekend where Mason Thames is back already with his newest film, Regretting You. And as always, keep watching.